The Factor Uncensored, multiple Latino-led organizations are calling for more representation in Houston City Hall. We're talking about city jobs. There are 16 members of Houston City Council, and 3 of those people are Latino. We're also talking about elected officials. One of the council members joined me now in studio, Joaquin Martinez, to talk about it. So for those who are wondering exactly what you want, lay it out, Joaquin.
So yeah, I think what we want is a sense of feeling, like a belonging, right? You have half the cities that's Latino, and I think if you put that in perspective, if you can identify Latinos that can, well-educated, degrees, smart, have successful businesses, why is it that we can't find folks that can also lead departments, be a part of those departments, whether it's deputy directors, and part of that management of what the city services that we all receive. So,
and of course you're now moving forward with this effort, this campaign to Mayor Whitmire, newly elected. You're newly elected.
Yeah.
So are you asking yourself, why didn't anyone before you do this, or did they do it and they were not heard?
So prior to being in office, right now we're lucky to have 3 Latinos on council. You have Mario Castillo, Julian Ramirez, and myself. You only had 1 Latino that was on council, and imagine just being one against everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say against, because we can't hire Latinos just because they're Latino. You have to hire qualified folks, and I think we have qualified folks within the city of Houston. So to know that burden was on one person to just speak up, I think it was a heavy lift for them, but it shouldn't be a heavy lift anymore.
And so as a mayor, did you guys write? It's my understanding you reached out to Mayor Whitmire, right?
So I'm not a part of that organization,
okay.
That specific LULAC.
But there
council.
is a group that's doing that.
And
okay.
they've written a letter to him, and I think throughout his campaign he also had conversations about that. If the city is half Latino, why isn't city departments, city workers looking the same as the rest of the city? And it's a valid ask, right?
And we know the dynamics, we know the statistics. Do you approach an uncomfortable situation when you say there may be too many damn black employees that's not representative of the city? Have you thought about that? Definitely. And the impact that it may have by saying that or inferring that? Definitely.
So what I'll say is, and I've had this open dialogue, I sat down with one of my colleagues, Councilmember Pollard. I'm very interested in black-brown relation. I'm very interested about having that uncomfortable conversation that unfortunately nobody wants to have. I think at the end of the day, we're gonna have to come to an understanding where let's sit down. It's like a family. There might be some tears, might be people upset. I know there's distrust between communities, but at the end of the day, we need to build that trust, and I want to be a part of that conversation too. So I do not want to say that, hey, we need to hire Latinos just because they're Latino again. But I do want to have a fair chance to be able to say, the deputy, the public works director looks like me, right? It's like when you go to school and you're being taught by folks that don't look like you. Where is that connection? Where is that sense of self-confidence that that you can be that teacher as well? And it's the same feeling. And I grew up, I'm 3rd generation. My dad's from Magnolia Park. My mom is from Mexico. And at the end of the day, we have a stake in what's going on here, and it's our city as well. So I don't want to treat it as a competition or something that, there's too many black folks that are working here. It's not that. What I want to kind of work from here, and I might have some folks in the Latino community saying you're not pushing hard enough. But what I really would like to see is, again, black, brown folks really moving forward together, and them under the black community understanding what do we bring to the table as well.
All right, Council Member, thank you.